So I'm definitely interested to see how tonight goes. I think there's going to be a lot of liquor flowing. I think there's a ledge over there around the dance floor where I'm pretty sure somebody's going to take a tumble, and I'm interested to see who's going to be first.
Yeah, we've been out here for like, I don't know, 5 hours. Feels like forever. We're ready to drink, watch him sign his life away.
We've been out here for, I don't know, like 30 hours.
Yeah.
Golf balls
Over
are
it.
flying. I need a shot
Yeah, we were ready to go take some tequila shots. Stat.
now.
Yep.
But Morgan over here, taking forever.
Yep.
All the pictures.
Bride's
He's probably just gonna like look down, look back up, look down, and just be a little bit nervous. And then he'll maybe quietly whisper to Morgan how sexy she looks.
Oh, my favorite part was definitely Chris bawling his eyes out, 100%.
Favorite part of the day? We had some really good egg sandwiches earlier. They were pretty solid. The favorite part was obviously seeing her doing the first look.
supports this woman's decision to marry this man?
Her mom now.
Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome. I'm Reverend Kristen Varner, and it is my great joy, pleasure, and blessing to be with all of you today. For we have gathered this afternoon to witness, to celebrate, and to affirm and uphold the love and commitment between Morgan and Chris. We're gathered here because they have been called to a life together of love, solidarity, promise, and unity. And in turn, Morgan and Chris have called each of you to be a witness to this celebration. So on their behalf, I welcome you to this space that is now sacred, for their love makes it so. And I welcome you to participate in this moment of vows and a lifetime of continued love. So let us join our hearts and minds together for a moment of prayer. Let us pray. Gracious, loving, and generous God, we understand that marriage is a sacred commitment and must be witnessed and upheld by all who are gathered. God of love, you give us the longing for and the capability of loving. Today we give you thanks for the love between Morgan and Chris. Be with them on this joyous occasion of showing their love and making their vows. And loving God, we pray not only for this couple, but for the love, wisdom, and kindness of all of us who are gathered into their lives. Be with us that we may all be supported by what is said and witnessed here, and may their lives always bear witness to the reality of your love. Amen. Amen. I am delighted to share these words on love and marriage from Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other for many years through the first glance of acquaintance to this moment of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all those promises are the unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make to one another, saying, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. So look at one another. Remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from each other during the years. Now you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world this. This is my life partner. This is my wife. This is my husband. So Morgan and Chris, having heard these words on love and marriage and knowing each other as you do, sharing this journey together as you have been, do you affirm your desire and intention to enter into this covenant, this union, this marriage with one another for life? If so, please say we do.
We do.
Now, will the family and friends of the bride and groom please rise as you are able? I do have a question for you. Do all of you gathered with us on this day promise to give your blessing to Morgan and Chris? And do all of you gathered with us promise to do everything in your power to support them and uphold them in their marriage? If so, please say, we do.
We do!
Wonderful. Thank you. Please be seated. We have all just stated our love and commitment and support to Morgan and Chris, and we cannot help but think of those who cannot physically be with us to celebrate today. So I invite us to take a moment to think of all of those who are in our hearts. Amen. Now, I asked Morgan and Chris if I could say a few words to them, for them, and about them. And I promised to keep it brief and not give away any secrets. I believe that there is a necessary foundation required in a marriage. A foundation that Morgan and Chris truly have. Friendship. And with that friendship comes the knowledge that this person, whose life you are joining with yours, will be on your team and on your side and by your side all of your days. Morgan and Chris, I know you have a very close circle of friends. The people gathered here with us today are the result of your mutual effort to say, you, and you, and you, and you, and you, all of you are my people. And what a gift that is. Nurture this, cherish this, and to that end, I invite you, look around you at your people. This is the foundation that you two have, but the singular person standing with you in this moment, you're Morgan and you're Chris. You are traveling this world together in ways that can be even richer, more colorful, more beautiful, and layered with depths of love that you will marvel at. I think you know this. And you know that this will require vulnerability as well as strength. Discovering and learning the blending of your own personalities while maintaining the individuality that drew you to one another in the first place. So Morgan and Chris, my wish for you is this. Enjoy every precious moment together that you have. Today is only the beginning. Continue to find the things that interest you and inspire you independently and together. Look for new ideas to bring to the table while honoring and holding fast to the ethics that define your spirit. Be kind to one another. You have chosen this person. This person has chosen you. Rejoice in this knowledge, for this is a gift. Show us how to love. Show us how to honor friendships. Show us the long haul when two lives are destined to journey together. And finally, begin all of this each day from a place of love and goodwill and friendship. And so Morgan and Chris, before we move forward with your vows to one another, hear this from Marriage Joins Two People in the Circle of Its Love by Edmund O'Neill. Marriage is a commitment to life, the best the two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other relationship can equal. It is a physical and an emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's best friend, confidant, lover, teacher, listener, and critic. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger, and even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love that is deeper than life. When two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique unto themselves which binds them closer than any spoken or written word. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of two people who love each other and take a lifetime to fulfill. So as it is your intention to marry and you have joined your hands, I invite you now to share your promises with one another as husband and wife. Chris. I invite you to repeat after me. Morgan, with my whole heart,
Morgan, with my whole heart,
I take you as my partner,
I take you as my partner,
acknowledging your strengths
acknowledging your strengths
and accepting your faults
and accepting your faults
as you do mine.
as you do mine.
I will be yours in plenty and in want,
I will be yours in plenty and in want,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in failure and in triumph.
in failure and in triumph.
I promise to be faithful and supportive,
I promise to be faithful and supportive,
and to make our love and happiness
and to make our love and happiness
a priority.
a priority.
You are my person,
You are my person,
my love and my life,
my love and my life,
today and always.
today and always.
Morgan, I invite you to repeat after me. Chris, today I give you my hand and my heart.
Chris, today I give you my hand and my heart.
I promise to encourage and inspire you,
I promise to encourage and inspire you,
to laugh with you and to comfort you
to laugh with you and to comfort you
in times of sorrow and struggle.
in times of sorrow and struggle.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad,
I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
when life seems easy and when it seems hard,
When life seems easy and when it seems hard.
when our love is simple and when it is an effort.
When our love seems simple and when it is an effort.
I promise to cherish you
I promise to cherish you
and to always hold you in the highest regard.
and to always hold you in the highest regard.
These things I give to you today and every day,
These things I give to you today and every day.
a commitment made in love,
A commitment made in love,
kept in faith,
kept in faith,
and eternally made new.
and eternal.
Now, what do you bring as a sign of your promise? May these rings be to Morgan and Chris symbols of unending love and faithfulness, reminding them of the covenant they made this day. Morgan, please repeat after me as you place the ring upon his finger. Chris, I give you my hand and my heart,
Chris, I give you my hand and my heart,
as I pledge my faith and love to you.
as I pledge my faith and love to you.
My commitment to you will never fail.
My commitment to you will never fail.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I be wed.
Chris, please repeat after me as you place the ring upon her finger. Morgan, I give you my hand and my heart,
Morgan, I give you my hand and my heart,
as I pledge my faith and love to you.
as I pledge my faith and love to you.
My commitment to you will never fail.
My commitment to you will never fail.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
In the presence of family and friends, Morgan and Chris have made their solemn vows to one another. They've confirmed their promises by the joining of their hands and the giving and receiving of rings. To each of you witnessing, I charge you with these words. Go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Love and honor all people, rejoicing in the power of love. And so it is, by the power vested in me by the United Church of Christ and the state of South Carolina, I proclaim you husband and wife. I'm happy to introduce to all of you for the first time as a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Chris and Morgan Asbell. You may celebrate with a kiss.
I would say maybe 11 and a half out of 10 for the most part. I think everything went smooth. Nobody fell, which is a big win. And Chris was very composed. The whole thing was beautiful. I'm so happy for them.
He was more calm, I think. Morgan looked like she was about to vomit the whole time. Love you, Morgan.
All right, the highlight of the wedding service for me was probably just how great everyone looked. You know, I'm used to seeing everybody in their like lounge clothes, you know, pajama pants. But man, Chris just looked absolutely phenomenal, and I hope that at some point tonight I can get a little, little hug from action from him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little kiss on the cheek from Chris.
So hungry. Like 4 or 5. Starving. I'm gonna get some shrimp and grits. I'm gonna get some champagne. Champagne, more champagne. Yep. Drinks. Yep. Drinks. And steak.
Yeah, we've been waiting about 5 hours now. Like, we're ready to dance.
The ceremony was good enough, but I'm just ready for this cake.
Next, we have Chelsea's Will. Next, we have Riley and Jason. Next, we have Katie and Jeff. Our maid of honor, Megan, and our best man, Mike. Let's hear it for Mr. and Mrs. Chris Everyone keep your eyes on that dance floor because we're going to have our first dance.
I've been waiting.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on going until you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world on from your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes the home that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my years. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the moments of love you in the place you live. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. And more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life
So the dance for Chris was probably a 10 out of 10, but we spent most of the time like trying to talk me out of crying, and he was worried about me stepping on his new shoes.
My name's Mike. I am the best man. I don't care what anybody says. I am the best man. So that means I get the honor of making fun of Chris for a little while in front of all of his friends and family. But growing up, I'm actually, so technically I'm Chris's half brother. We grew up kind of separate. I grew up in Indiana. So Chris truly is my brother from another mother. And we didn't really have much of a relationship in our childhood. I think the first time I met Chris, I was like 10, he was like 4. We were visiting some family down in Georgia, and I was like a true Asbel. I was hitting golf balls out of our front yard, and I've come down on my downswing one time, and I feel a whack. And I look back, and Chris had walked right behind me, and I smacked him right on top of the head with my driver. Yeah. So, true. So, if you guys, I'm sure everybody's had that moment with Chris where you look at him and you just think, what the hell is wrong with you? That's probably me. I'll own that. That's my fault. Okay, it's my bad. But you know, we kind of go on our ways and grow up, and he and I's relationship started really kind of developing more when he was about 16. I was in college. I started coming down and visiting more, and actually, you know, the first time we played golf together was here at Myler, and I think we were on 10. Could have been 9. You got 10 or 1, whatever you guys want to call it. They change the 9s here like every other week. But and for those that aren't golf literate, I had to hit a shot around these trees. It's called a hook. Okay, and so I could tell Chris during the round, like, Chris wants to impress me. He wants to be cool, and he wants me to like him. And so he tries to make this joke, right? So I hit this shot around these trees, and Chris says, well, that shot was like my dad's first wife, a hooker. And so I said, well, Chris, that's my mom. And so he stutters and stumbles. Oh, no, I mean his second wife, Well, that's your mom. And he finally says that, yo, screw it, this joke's not funny anymore. So that's kind of the kickstart to our whole relationship, and it's been laughs ever since. We have such a good time together, and growing up so separate, we still grew kind of the same. We have similar interests, and great. I'm trying to step up the shoot game, so you know we're sharing that. But you know, I could tell as our relationship developed, he kind of really looked up to me, and if I'm honest, there was a point where I was like, damn, I gotta help this kid. So, you know, I guess the thing that I'm glad that you took from me was find yourself an incredible woman and spend the rest of your life with her. And I'm glad you have. Morgan, you're beautiful. I'm so glad that you had enough pity for Chris to take on that task and kind of take one for the team. And so, you know, I can speak for everybody. You know, our family. I said I'm glad that we get to call you. I get to call you sister now, and you know, we love you and welcome to the family. And so let's raise our glass. I'm gonna leave us with some words that I was shared, spoke to me at my wedding, and I'm gonna say, Morgan, this is honestly a sad day for all men when we can officially say that you've been taken off of the market. And I can speak for probably all the women out there, and I say, Chris, well, it's probably just another day. So cheers, let's have a good time.
The bride and I have been friends now for over 12 years, which is funny because Morgs would say I'm non-committal, very indecisive, but here I am. I stuck it out. But friendship doesn't have the same pressures or expectations as romantic love. For instance, there was no, so where is this going conversation when Morgs decided to start hanging out with my friends and I freshman year at Carnegie Hall. There was also, at least I'm pretty sure, no internet stalking of me to see if I was a secret super rich princess or someone with a questionable past, which is probably more likely. And no way did we tiptoe around each other and try to hide our embarrassments. You cannot get away with that with Morgs anyway. If she catches you blushing, she'll call you out on it, and she'll have lots of questions, which she'll probably ask you in front of others and at full Morgan volume. But before you know it, she has you laughing and taking yourself a little less seriously. And I needed that. I still need that, and we all do. Chris, you found the ultimate best friend. Morgs will always seek out what you need, maybe even force it out of you when necessary, and then make sure you get it, always. And for me, that was often unsolicited advice about Erskine boys, which I really should have listened more to. But regardless of my decisions, any of my decisions, Morgs never refused to listen to me vent, even when it took hours and she could barely keep her eyes open. And I was often stressed out about school, and she could always tell when I'd hit my max, and she would just throw the keys at me and say, let's go for a drive in her Prius. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for that Prius. We drove around Due West, which for those of you who don't know is a very small place. We just drive around and scream Fall Out Boy until we felt a little bit better about things. And although she can be really planny, see here, she's throwing a great party, she's super decisive and passionate about everything that she does. And that made me more spontaneous and bold. It's just not me. And I found myself doing things that I wouldn't have ever done without Morgan. And to preface this a little bit, we went to a really small school where there maybe wasn't a whole lot to do, so we got pretty creative and we did some really ridiculous things. And it's not just the place, it was also Morgan who encouraged a lot of that fun. And one of those things was, I was reminded this week that there was a boys' dorm near the girls' dorm, and they often on Wednesday nights would come over and sing to all the girls in their towels. And Morgan, yeah. And I don't know if Morgan was just like not pleased with their performances anymore, or if she just, they just stopped doing it. She was like, why don't we do this? So she organized a robe choir, and got several girls. Several of them are here. Yeah. And we used to go out and sing in our robes. Girls, the Spice Girls, Britney Spears. And again, Morgan always encouraged those things. And any voice of hesitation was met with a, but Megs, right? And Chris, I'm sure you're well aware of that Morgan line now. She just tells you. But you should give it a chance. Remember, you miss 100 of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. And now my notes are all out of sorts. But I really missed Morgan because I chose to go really far away. And Morgan was always like, let's go move to DC. Why are you going to China? And I left and I pushed the physical boundaries of our friendship. But Morgan was always home to me. And she always kept me grounded. And Chris, you really got home with Morgan. And I'm going on now. Okay, I'm almost done. Now, when you need to make a big decision, Morgs is a really great person to go to. You tell her what you want to do, like for instance, I wanted to buy a car, and within seconds she had sent me 3 or 4 options available to me in my area, told me how to handle car salesmen, which I couldn't have ever done without her, and hope to never ever have to do again. But she goes from 0 to knowledgeable in seconds. And with that same brilliant mind, Morgs challenged me to think differently, to question my go-with-the-flow attitude, and actually form opinions of my own. And I've had quite a few opinions over the years watching her pursue romantic love. And I won't go into all of those opinions, I'll save that for another speech at another time. But Chris, I think so highly of you, and I'm really excited that Morgs has found such a wonderful friend to spend the rest of her life with. And you have to stick it out. Morgs, be nice. I will. There's more fun to come. Cheers to the happy couple.
I'm gonna be humble and say that my speech was really nice, but he definitely got the laugh.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be humble, and my speech rocked.
I would say that God himself couldn't make a better cake than what I just put in my mouth.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
I've put some weird things in my mouth. None of them touch how good that cake was.
You ready? Now walk it by yourself. Yeah.
Hey Chris, Morgan, I know we haven't spent too much time together, but I just wanted to say, Chris, you're a great competitor at golf.
You're a great golfer.
And we've had a bunch of really close battles.
And there have been many times you've come home a little sad.
Yeah.
But you won.
Yeah, you're a really good golfer, and I enjoy competing with you. And we got a lot of battles to come.
You make him a better man on the course and at home.
So you guys are gonna have a great life together, and you should look forward to it.
congratulations, Morgan and Chris. I know y'all gonna be great together. I think y'all were made for each other. All you just gotta do is love and respect each other, and it'll work out. I love you guys.
I met Morgan in Mexico, and here we are today at her wedding, and it's because she's the nicest person, and so is Chris, and they welcomed me to Charleston, and I love them.
So I grew up with Chris and met Morgan through Chris, and she is just so perfect for him, and they just both complement each other so perfectly, and I'm so excited for them, and I wish them nothing but lots of love and happiness and lots of babies.
So many babies. Congratulations, you guys!
Love you guys!
I just went beast mode with a torn ACL and caught this, and I snatched it right out of a girl's hand, so watch out.
So I came here just to win this. Thank you for the drinks. Thank you for the awesome wedding.
Obviously, because, I don't know, maybe I love him more.
There's zero chance that she loves me more than I love her. Like, there's no way. I can't even imagine a world where that would be a possibility. So, nah.